Now let's look at the other side of the ball with someone I introduced to you last night who's a friend of mine, okay? Professor of Propaganda and Genocide at the University of Miami, Israeli-Palestinian journalist, war correspondent, Rula Jebreal. Thank you for joining me again on short notice. I appreciate it. The moderate Arabs also want to decry Hamas, but they know they cannot. Is that a fair statement by Noah? And is there a role for the Arab states to stand up against terrorism as manifested in Hamas?
Chris, they did stand up against extremism in the region. Extremism was unleashed by the Iraq War and other wars that they opposed. They've been on the receiving ends of these terrible policies. Look at Iraq. The war in Iraq handed Iraq to Iran, a power that people in the region opposed. However, what Noah is saying, we talked to the region, Dennis Ross talked to the region. I don't know Dennis Ross who talked to, but I promise you, the region is not saying that publicly or privately. This is delusional talk, and this is a talk of people who want to hear the echo chamber. The region is screaming off the rooftop. I never seen Arab leaders, moderate Arab leaders, go on television, send their wives, like Queen Rania of Jordan, begging this administration, say, we're not telling you not to have a response, we're telling you to save civilians because killing more civilians will radicalize an entire generation beyond Israel-Palestine. And the proof in the pudding. Yesterday, people from Yemen, the Houthis, backed by Iran, who have access to ballistic missiles, have access to drones, start threatening directly. You have militias, Iranian militias, both in Iraq, in Syria, in Lebanon, already mobilizing and exercising. We are looking at a region that is about to explode. And what Noah said is, and I'm sorry to say that, and I'm really sorry, I understand the pain, I feel the injustice, and I understand also the people are still grieving for what happened on October 7th. However, we need to more than ever put in place policies that were put in place by Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, who said, I fight terrorism while I'm negotiating. I'm fighting terrorism as if there's no negotiation, and I negotiate for a peace agreement like there's no terrorism. The people who killed Yitzhak Rabin, who thought he was a traitor, are today in government. The people who incited against Yitzhak Rabin, who held on a rally 6 months before he died, his picture, his portrait, wearing an SS uniform, a Nazi, simply because he talked to Palestinians. And again, I am abhorred by Hamas and what they did. I think they're war criminals and they need to be tried as war criminals. They need to be defeated, but we need to defeat them in a way that doesn't blow up the entire region.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of News Nation's fact-driven coverage.